Gosh, Emily, it's been a long time since Northwestern won a set inside the PAV. 15 straight sets won by Minnesota against Northwestern inside their home gym. Former JUCO Player of the Year at Southern Idaho. Katie Myers with the serve for Minnesota, going with the cutoffs tonight.
Yeah, nagging injuries, sometimes they just come at you at different times. So one day she could be good and the next not. She didn't play against Michigan State, played one set against Michigan. So
there's Samity and a dig in the back row by Northwestern. We're going to see a lot of heavy swings from Temi Thomas-Ilara and Steph Samity tonight. They're on the same side of the floor right now. Samity in the back row, Thomas-Ilara up front, and that's Wennis from behind the line, and a point for Minnesota. You know, you don't just look at Northwestern on the schedule anymore and say, okay, this is going to be a sweep. They've made some of the best teams in the Big Ten work this season, including Minnesota, and a point there for the Gophers.
Last weekend, but they're still looking for that one win to get that momentum going further.
Schaffmaster, the serve and the dig on that last volley over by Northwestern. That's through the back and side out Cats. Now watch this serve from Temi Thomas-Ilara. She blasts that ball to Cece McGraw in the back. Up to Samity as Minnesota was able to stay in system as best you can against a serve like that. Miyabe a little bit wide, point Northwestern. The first meeting between these two teams went on October 2nd. There was a 26-24 first set and a 31-29 fourth set won by Minnesota. That's Shea Rubright who powers that ball through the middle for a Minnesota kill.
Overload on the gap and the go on the outside.
Playing in her 10th match of the season. Schaffmaster sets Wennis. That splits the D and a touch. 14. Minnesota finished 8th in the Big Ten that year. That was the worst finish Minnesota has had under Hugh McCutcheon. That was the last time they lost a set at home to Northwestern, to clarify. As Wennis takes another bite out of the block.
Of distributing the ball in this one, a good one from Jenna Wennis to go up 7-3 on Northwestern in the first. How much Minnesota leans on Samity, but there's two phases of that there. You know, we got Lisiak and Wennis in there as well, who carry a big load.
Northwestern badly out of system on the serve from Rachel Kilkelly, and Steph Samity finally puts that point to rest. Still very early in the match, but Minnesota has not dropped a point after that challenge went Minnesota's way when it was 4-3, and on the overpass. Second-year player first with the Cats. Rubright has been an impact player in the middle for Minnesota early in the first set.
By her, they have a really good pass by Cece McGraw. They run their middle, something they've been working on.
Here's Cece McGraw, one of the best liberos in the Big Ten. On the set.
A little high with just how fast it was.
Rousseau with another fastball over the net. Tatiana Hardwick on the floor in the middle right now for Northwestern. Katie Myers back in this rotation for Minnesota up front. And the net bouncing all over the place. Where Northwestern succeeded was forcing a lot of errors. And they pick one up there. Wennis is blocked. Ball still in play. McGraw over to Steph. Off the shoulder of Thomas-Ilara. Now she swings from the back. To Wennis this time. And off the touch, it's a point. She's becoming one of the breakout players in the Big Ten this year, Jenna Wennis. And here's Samity serving. Thomas-Ilara from the back. That was a rocket. Is there anything different from a technique standpoint with a back row attack like that versus when you're hitting from the pin?
No, your timing has to be really good. When you're in the back row, to have a full approach, you have to find space. Just coming so fast at you.
Lisiak with the serve. And Wennis, that was tic-tac-toe for Minnesota.
That one, finding just a little bit of daylight down that line, just to the right. A really good swing by Wennis, and she has so much range like we talked about. She can kind of do it all.
And the number 2 player in Minnesota's offense in terms of kills per set over 3. Miscommunication in serve receive for Northwestern. And that's Gerback on the right side. Been battling the injury bug since her first year. Tore her ACL coming into college. She's had back issues as well. This is probably the healthiest she's ever been. Schaffmaster serves. Rousseau on the slide, sets Dodson. McGraw, what a fantastic effort, but it's into the student section. Rachel Kilkelly is not very error-prone as a server for Minnesota. She went with a lob shot there, and Northwestern really couldn't figure it out.
Talk about her defense. We saw that last week, just putting up crazy good numbers.
Northwestern needs to get Rachel Kilkelly off the service line, and they do, thanks to a crafty move by their sophomore setter, Alexa Rousseau. They're just channeling the mojo behind Cece McGraw. Thomas Ilara took something off that swing, and a miscommunication. It was fished out of the net by Wennis, but that was too many touches. That ball is beaten across by Rousseau. Wennis. Rousseau races in front, and Lisiak rode the tape, but it fell on Northwestern's side. A point, Minnesota.
Good defensive numbers tonight again, but perfect dig right to the middle of the court. All three options just doing a great job of targeting their hitters.
Samity serves that one for Minnesota, and Tatiana Hardwick. That was something he said they did well against Minnesota in the first matchup. McGraw from her knees. Wennis is blocked. Northwestern down 5. Lisiak serves for Northwestern. Samity from the back, that was wide, and the Cats are down 4. You can have Samity hitting negative this far into the first set and still be up 6. Rousseau, the set, and the swing from Gerbach. Miyabe blocked out of bounds. Point Northwestern, it was touched. It was bad luck for Miyabe. The ball hit her shoulder on its way down. There's an ace, and a point for Northwestern. The senior and Nebraska transfer. Over to Miyabe, and she tools the block beautifully.
Rather than over, so she uses those hands.
Began her collegiate career at Southern Idaho, played just 21 sets last season, and has stepped into a huge role for Minnesota. Some Japanese volleyball lessons for you later on, once Miyabe gets involved. Ellie Stinson with the serve, and a point for Samity.
Seeing where those defenders are on Northwestern, very spread out. There's a lot open in the middle of the court, so placing...
Schaffmaster serves for a Minnesota set 1 win. And she picks out the libero Miller. Dodson. Samity kept it up. Back to Miyabe. Great flailing dig by Miller. Northwestern keeps the point alive. They set the middle. Rubright blocked. Temi Thomas Ilara unloads, and Schaffmaster was ready for her but couldn't handle it. 24-19. High reward, it appears, for Northwestern. Can they capitalize? Dodson runs the slide. What a dig by McGraw, but Schaffmaster was on the other side of the net. What else can you do with this whistler from Temi Thomas Ilara? Goodness. It's a cannon shot. But Miyabe goes down to the hardwood.
But getting Leilani Dodson going for them is huge.
It's Jenna Wennis who gets Minnesota going from behind the service line in set 2. On the overpass, Dodson swatted it over. Wennis sets Schaffmaster, sets Samity. Blocked up front by Dodson and Thomas Ilara.
A great swing move. She sees it's going back. It's a full approach up.
Minnesota is a top 5 team in the Big Ten in blocks, but Northwestern almost equaling Minnesota in the blocks department tonight. Myers with the serve, and she serves deep to Miller. Dumped over by Rousseau. That was a good-looking serve, but sadly they, in fact, called it out. But that was very close, to your point, Emily, and Rousseau does it again. Minnesota's defense.
And Rousseau getting crafty with the back dump. Such a hard ball to get, especially, getting crafty and sending it backwards.
Here she is serving a player who only had 10 games of college experience under her belt going into this season. Every game, she just racks up a ton of experience, and you can really see almost match to match her improvement. Diabe blocked by Lisiak up front, kept alive by Miller in the back. That's Hardwick with the swing in the middle for Northwestern. Samity took something off it. Lisiak was ready and waiting, and she elevates and missed long. Point Minnesota. Kilkelly serves, and Thomas Ilara lays out for it. Gets back to her feet, and with the third touch, gets it over. Wenis blocked by Hardwick. Impressive length there. And in front of Megan Miller, a point for Samity. Double-digit digs in her 2 matches last weekend, including 22 against Michigan. Not sure how Minnesota kept that ball alive on the swing by Hardwick. There's Samity with another dig. And Gerbach, a floater. Back over it comes. Gerbach's swing was rejected. Thomas Ilara, careful to keep her feet behind the line, but she put it into the net.
A night, too, so I love what I'm seeing from that Minnesota middle.
Lisiak did well to make the dig and then make the swing. On the right side, Lisiak is blocked again. Loaded in a similar way to Big Ten volleyball. Really good Olympic sports scene across the Big Ten landscape this fall. Wenis is blocked up front, and a point for Northwestern out of the timeout. That snaps a 5-0 Minnesota run. Big Ten ties for Ella's dad, Elvis, who played quarterback at Michigan. Schaffmaster pulls it back for Samity, and how about the cross-court put away?
She is going to win that matchup every single time, just hammering that ball to angles that are not diggable.
Well said. 5 kills for Samity, a well-rounded performance, 5, 7, and 4 so far. Very early to call this as she's blocked on that last swing, but in the running for a triple-double, especially if this match goes extended sets. Dumped over by Gerbach, but it was wide. It looked like it was awfully close to the line. They do not challenge. Rousseau with the set. Thomas Ilara puts it down.
Just find the court on this one.
Northwestern hitting less than 100 for the match now. Thomas Ilara tries to change that. McGraw sets Wenis. Dug by Hardwick. Over to Thomas Ilara. Down it goes. Went off 18 kills against Penn State earlier in conference play. That ball is struck, and struck hard.
Option for Minnesota, you get a good pass, get your middles going. You want to keep those blockers on North.
Katie Myers. Again, no Taylor Landfair tonight, the standout sophomore for Minnesota, who had 20 kills against Northwestern in the 5-set win for the Gophers on October 2nd. It's pushed to the back row by Schaffmaster. Point you.
At the net, you might not expect her to dump on a point like this, but she goes up in perfect place.
There's Taylor Landfair. She hit .487 in the first meeting against Northwestern. Samity serves again. Over to Thomas Ilara. She tools the block. Samity with the pass. And an assist for Samity. A kill for Wenis. A 5-0 scoring spree for Minnesota. Wenis into the net, and it started with a good swing by Gerbach the other way for Northwestern. Stinson serves. And that's through the back. Point Minnesota off a touch.
They typically keep Myers in front, so putting her behind, it seemed like Northwestern might have been a little surprised. Just gets outside that ball.
Rousseau at the net, and Dodson with the swing. Now that was a formula that worked for Northwestern in the first set. Thought I jinxed him for a second there, and the opposite happens.
And one of the reasons why Myers is such a good server is because she can.
Diabe with the swing, dug by Miller. Wild swing by Rousseau, the setter, who got that one over. Overpass. Everybody out of system right now. Miabe blocked and down on Northwestern's side.
Kind of an awkward ball from Northwestern, and then Miabe doing such a good job of finding a way to score.
Big Ten volleyball student section is. Send us a tweet with your answer in the hashtag B1G Block Party. Love to hear from you on this Wednesday night. Samity with the kill in front of the Northwestern libero Miller. Schaffmaster. Hardwick swings, dug by Wenis in the back, bumped over by McGraw, a hanger. Thomas Ilara knocks McGraw over. And it's a point for Minnesota, now 22-9. And it's Schaffmaster. Got Stinson tied. And Temi Thomas Ilara, that was legal.
Unloading on these balls. It's something that they wanted to get her going on, is that D ball. So a back row attack.
Kilkelly. Pulled back by Lisiak and swung over by Gerbach. Rubright puts it down, and Minnesota wins going away in the second, 25-10. She is playing her best volleyball of her career right now, and it's fun to watch. Underway in the third set. Northwestern trying to avoid its first sweep of the season in Big Ten play. Rousseau at the net, in the middle, that's Dodson. Miabe. Thomas Ilara with a bite out of the block, and Northwestern on the board in the third. No one with double-digit kills for the match yet. We're just 2 points into set 3. Thomas Ilara leads Northwestern with 7. Miabe down in front of Miller. Let's go in Japanese. I heard you speaking Polish on one of your earlier broadcasts, so I know you're bilingual, multilingual. One of your hidden skill sets, apparently.
25% Polish, so gotta show out.
There you go. That's pushed over by Samity. Minnesota grabs a 3-2 lead.
That'll be big for him.
Kilkelly serves Miller. That's worked a couple of times for Rousseau, but this time Minnesota was ready for her own for the middle blocker.
And a great pickup by McGraw, just getting that ball up.
Dodson pushes it over, tapped down again by the Gophers. That, I think, started behind the line once again with Kilkelly.
You're probably going to hammer on those middles.
Shakopee, Minnesota's Rachel Kilkelly. Lisiak with a blast, but out the back.
As a hitter, so she tries to go a little high on it.
Almost a challenge for Northwestern, but we play on. And Thomas Ilara from the back wins that point emphatically for the Cats.
Ilara, they get her going on this Bic, this middle back quick ball. Can hit.
CeCe McGraw. Booted by Stinson. Thomas Ilara brings it back to earth, and it's nudged over by Rousseau. Great job by Northwestern to keep the point alive. Loaded and littered throughout the top 25. Minnesota, one of those teams, ranked 12th, and giving Northwestern all the Cats can handle tonight. Even digging fastballs like that from Temi Thomas Ilara. Lisiak with some smoke. Just another year in the heartland. Big Ten volleyball, best in the country. Gerbach is blocked, and a point for Minnesota. Here's Steph. Off a touch. Treat it like a timeout. Completely agree. Drop shot from Steph Samity, and Hardwick goes down, and it was blocked, and so that's a point for Northwestern. She played in just one match before the start of Big Ten play for Northwestern, and now is playing so well, Shane Davis can't take her off the floor. Samity changed her swing in midair. Northwestern adjusts. There's Hardwick again. Dug by Miller. Over to Gerbach. Wenis stuffed. Kept alive by Northwestern and pushed over by Rousseau. Wenis turned away. Point Northwestern.
It looked like they just waited on that ball, and a perfect job by Tatiana Hardwick closing that up, and Ella Gerbach finishing it down.
Lisiak serves. Schaffmaster passes. Great dig by Lisiak. Thomas Ailara is blocked.
Patient on these balls. A really high out of system ball, going up perfectly, closing it up, and then just so crafty.
Miyabe winds up. McGraw keeps it alive, and Schaffmaster with the swing. She was a hitter in high school, and it's a point for Minnesota.
You see a good high pass, and then Miyabe trying to take it down, but Schaffmaster says, I'm going to get...
Her second kill of the match alongside 25 assists. Thomas Ailara plants one off Steph Samity's left arm.
Just in time for Temi Thomas Ailara to really get going and get her hand down on that, right down the...
Miyabe goes down the line and secures the kill for Minnesota. Temi time.
Temi time.
Dodson splits the back row of Minnesota's defense. No challenge by Northwestern. All right, we play on. Dodson down the line, that's out. Brand new stadium coming Northwestern's way, depending on how they elect to allocate part of that donation from the Ryan family. Exciting times on campus in Evanston. Lisiak with the swing out of the timeout. That's off the block and out of bounds. To McGraw. Samity in the middle. Thunderstruck.
A little bit, but such a good job by Cece McGraw of putting this ball perfectly where they need it, and then they run out.
And Alexa Rousseau back the other way for Northwestern. Down 6, still within shouting distance here in the third set. Samity.
You see the blocker get a little confused, think they're going to the... When she can rip that cross, like you said, undiggable.
And Lisiak just mistimed her jump. 19-11 Minnesota. 11 digs and 10-plus digs in 12 of 14 matches. The Big Ten recognizes her defense. That's why they named her Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. The rest of the nation should as well if they don't already. Lisiak blocked, keeps it alive. Pushed over by Gerbach, but that was an illegal touch. And there's so much data on her now, too. I mean, other teams know her tendencies. Point Northwestern there on the slide by Hardwick. Back-to-back weekends on the road, 4 straight Big Ten road games. That's tough for anybody, no matter how high you're ranked. Thomas Ailara is stuffed, but a point for Northwestern.
That one, she wants to get it done for her team. A great pass and using that tempo to try.
Megan Miller. Over to Miyabe. Point Northwestern, 21-14.
A bit late, but still finding a way to get those hands around the ball.
Megan Miller serves for Northwestern. Miyabe swings for Minnesota and plants it in the back row. Here comes Katie Myers. Great serve in front of Chronister. Dug by Myers. And bumped over by Samity. Gerbach swings through, point Minnesota. I see what you did there. Wildcats trying to claw their way back. Good job. Temi Thomas Ailara denied, and it is set point Minnesota. Nearly an ace. Gerbach swings, dug by Samity. Schaffmaster in the middle, Roop right. Cats keep it alive. Miyabe. Too much for Chronister and Northwestern to handle. And Minnesota dispatches Northwestern in clinical fashion tonight.
Bye.